Whether you are just friends, dating, or even if you are married, here are 11 ways you can tell if a guy is starting to fall in love with you. Make sure to watch this until the end because just one or two of these things might not mean anything at all. But if you see him doing most or all of these things, he is definitely starting to fall in love with you. Number 1. He starts doing more things for you. You mentioned that you need to clean out your garage? He shows up to help. Your garbage disposal is jammed? He's Googling how to fix it, even if he has no business fixing anything at all ever. When a guy starts going out of his way to do things for you, it's his way of showing you that he cares and that he is probably starting to fall in love with you. Number 2. He starts asking you more personal questions. When a guy starts falling in love with you, he will try to get to know you better. He will start asking you personal questions about your favorite movies, where you grew up, what hobbies you have, and other things that are beyond surface level conversation. This is also a sign that he's trying to figure out if you guys are a good match. Number 3. He wants to be around you a lot. Wherever you go, he wants to be there. He might actually want to be around you so much that it starts to become annoying. And while this might be annoying, it also is a huge sign that he is falling in love with you. Number 4. He is suddenly super optimistic. Love creates a chemical cocktail in our brains that basically makes us super high. When you are around the person you are falling in love with, you get high. It also makes you see the bright side in everything, become less cynical, and it generally makes you more fun to be around. So if he previously was a lot more chill, but all of a sudden he is beaming with positivity, happiness, and optimism whenever he is around you, that is probably because he is falling in love with you. Real quick, please leave a like if you are enjoying this video. Thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate you. Now, number 5. He plans really epic and creative activities or dates. Now, we're not talking about taking you out to McDonald's on your lunch break. When a guy plans something really special for the two of you to do together, that is a large sign that he is trying to impress you, and it may be because he's falling in love with you. So if you always seem to do really out of the ordinary things when you are with him, it's probably because he's falling for you. Number 6. He gives you gifts. Now, when a guy buys you a gift, it really could mean lots of things. But when a guy buys you multiple gifts, that is probably a sign that he is falling in love with you. It could be little things that you might not even notice. He might buy you a funny toy or a gag gift and try to pass it off like it's a joke. He might buy you your favorite food to eat and bring it over with him. But if you start noticing that he is giving you things on multiple occasions, whatever they are, it's probably because he's falling in love with you. Number 7. He has you meet his parents, siblings, and close friends. Now, if a guy is not very serious about you, he might actually hide you from the people who are most important to him. So if you find yourself meeting people like his parents, or his brothers and sisters, and even his closest friends, this could be a sign that he is starting to fall in love with you. He might do it in a more formal way, such as having you over for dinner with his parents, or it could be a less formal way, such as he invites you over to his friend's house just to hang out with them. But either way, if you find yourself among the people that he cares about the most, it probably means that he is starting to think of you as something more. Number 8. He talks about sensitive issues with you. Now, it is one thing if he asks you personal questions, but if he opens up to you, this is an even bigger sign that he could be falling in love with you. Guys don't usually open up and talk about their feelings with someone unless they deeply trust them. So when a guy opens up and talks about his fears and his emotions with you, this is a really huge deal, and it is definitely a sign that he is falling in love with you. Now, real quick, before I show you the last 3, make sure that you subscribe if you are new to the PSYCH Authority channel so I can help you with relationships and psychology every week. Now, next is number 9. He makes sacrifices for you. Studies show that men are generally more selfish than women. So a guy is probably not going to sacrifice his comfort for somebody else unless he truly cares about them. So if you know that he doesn't really like going out to parties, but he'll make an exception for you, it's probably because he's interested in you, and it could be because he's falling in love. Number 10. He communicates with you nearly every day. Whether it's a text, a phone call, a message online, or he just drops by to see you in person, when a guy starts to fall in love, he will start communicating with you pretty much daily. If a guy starts talking to you every day or every couple days, that is probably because you are on his mind and he is falling in love with you. And number 11, he starts talking about a future with you. If a guy is not serious about you, he will keep things in the moment. But when a guy starts to talk about his plans for the future, it means he trusts you as more than just a casual acquaintance. And when a guy starts to talk about the future and he includes you in his plans for the long term, that is a huge sign that he is definitely falling in love with you. Now, I want to mention that it is also common for guys to be really inconsistent when they are falling in love. So they might go hot and cold. They might be super into you for a little bit, and then they suddenly go silent and you stop hearing from them. A lot of the time, this is because they don't really know exactly how they feel, and sometimes guys will try to fight it and pretend that they really aren't falling in love when they actually are. Now, this can make it really hard to tell if a guy truly loves you for the long run, or if it's just puppy love that will fade away. So, if you want to know if a guy truly loves you, click here to watch this next video, and I will see you there.